welcome back to Purpose by Design. You have a purpose by design, not by default. And so we are going to continue today talking about our award winners. But first, Nicole, drum roll, what are we going to talk about?
You have a new call for authors out for your new anthology.
Calling all authors. And if I didn't say my name, I'm so sorry. I am Dr. Pamela.
Yes, you are.
Excited to be here. And yes, let me tell you about this new amazing anthology. It is titled Your Next Best You. And it is all about self-discovery and mindset. And I'm looking, if you can see me, my hands up like that I'm looking, but I am looking for authors who have a heart to help empower others. Those that have a real visionary mindset to impact the world. This will be, I believe, it is going to be a massive book that is going to just really bring transition in the world of self-discovery and self-help. And so if that's you out there, there's a link. Reach out to us and let's get involved in this massive global movement and get your input in this book to help people go to the next level. I want to give a shout out to our current featured authors. And these featured people, what this means as a featured author is that they get a special place in the book and they are helping to headline it and helping to push it out there. So Amina Inspires. Woo! Amina, she is one of those amazing authors. And I want to say Pele Inspires as well. Pele, she is also going to be there as well. And Coach Kathy White will be there also. And so these are some powerful coaches and international best-selling authors. And I also heard that the legendary Dawn Leek is going to make an appearance as a featured author as well. And so I am excited about all of these authors that are coming on because they believe in the project and they want to help us make seismic action in the world in the area of helping people push out their 2023 and beyond. So I know you want to be a part of this incredible collaboration. So click on the link now. Thank you.
I'm so excited to get that one going and to meet all the authors that are going to join us. So click on that link. I'm so excited. Well, let's pick up from our last show. We're talking about your Purpose Award winners, and we left off talking about that Impression of Increase Award. And you already talked about Dr. John Ulio, and our second award winner in that category was Miss Mandy Penn with Mandy Penn Photography. She was our photographer at the Fa La La event, and we got to know her very well there. So just tell us a little bit about Mandy.
Well, the Impression of Increase. Yes. This is powerful. Leaving somebody feeling like they've had more put into them because your presence was there, which is what the Impression of Increase is. It's not just, it's an impression, it's not real. No, this is real. It's like taking that cookie cutter and putting it in the dough. If it was a star cookie cutter, now the dough looks like a star, right? It has left its impression. And so as this award stirred around in my heart, the Impression of Increase, meaning that whoever gets that, and really every person that has received a Purpose Award is really good at the Impression of Increase, but there are certain people that just kind of came up above the crowd, that ascended up a little bit, and they are fantastic at leaving people feeling like they have received above and beyond. And that is Miss Mandy Penn. Shout out to you today. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me tell you, this woman came in with generosity and with a heart to serve. So when we asked her to come down and snap some pictures, I wasn't expecting her to do all the above and beyond that she did. Taking pictures at our room when we were all gathering together to have a little fellowship in the morning pre the event, meeting up with the different attendees in different places to take pictures, and also just all the amazing photos that she took capturing the essence of Fa La La, and then her availability afterwards, and how she made everything so easy for all of the ladies to download pictures and get them. And besides that, I just want to give a little plug for her because she's got an amazing eye to see the heart and the essence of people. So not only is she a phenomenal photographer, like she'll get you in that right pose and voila, you look like $1,000,000. She has the ability to see beyond all of that. And your pictures will be amazing, but she's going to pull out that essence that not every photographer, honestly, has the ability to do. She has the ability to create that within a photo. And so if you are looking for somebody to come and do your workshop or your event, and you want a photographer that'll leave you with that impression of increase, that'll go above and beyond, go the extra mile, Mandy is the one. And not just because she's that great photographer, that's a big part of it. You want a good photographer, but her heart, Nicole, and how she just was always thinking about other people. And she came into a group of women that she really didn't know too many.
Right.
And by the end of the event, which was just a couple of days, she was like in the sisterhood. You know what I mean? Like she was part of that pile of spaghetti. And if you know anything about a pile of spaghetti, you don't know where one noodle ends and one noodle starts, but it all flows together. And she was right there in with all of the women, and we all love her and got to know her a lot. And I just appreciate you, Mandy, and all that you do for so many people. And Mandy has an anthology that she's working on as well, telling people's stories coming through trauma. So if that's you, her information is in the description. You want to reach out to her because not only is she going to help you create that story in words, she's going to take your story and put it into picture as well. And I've already told you how she can capture that essence. So if you've ever thought about your story being put not just into words, but into an image or imagery, there's no better time than now to act. Reach out to her. But thank you, Mandy. Is there anything you'd like to add for Mandy, Miss Nicole?
Well, you mentioned how she's able to just bring out things in you, and I am not one who likes my picture taken. You know that about me. I would prefer to take the picture. I prefer not to be on camera. I like being in the background. But I had to thank her at the end of it because when, we had the opportunity to get our own headshots done, and I had to thank her because first of all, she got two really good shots of me. And I appreciated that because it's not something I have. My daughter took headshots of me, which I love as well. But she made me feel special in those couple minutes where she was taking my picture alone. And it really made a difference in the pictures that she got. And I could tell after we got them how she made me feel because of the picture she got, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, she's in a sweet spirit, and we just had fun with her. And like you said, she was part of everybody by the time she left. So it was really fun to see.
Yeah. We love you, Mandy.
All right. So our next award, and I don't remember, I think you just called it a charity award. But I changed the name because I thought it needed a special name. So I called it the Heart of Purpose Award, which because you have such a giving heart, and I just felt like it needed to, I don't know, that's just what it came to me, and I'm sure it was a God thing. I was like, no, this is what it needs to be called. So we have two people in this award, Miss Delasber And my husband, who is a representative of the church, Victory Celebration Church. But Delasber has her two nonprofits, which are kind of coincide with each other. No Greater Love, and then Amoree's Journey, which is named after her daughter. So if you want to talk about the award itself and then about our award winners.
Oh my gosh. Well, the Heart of Purpose Award and charity nonprofit, what I was looking for, or my heart was led and directed, was to find those people that have either a nonprofit and or a ministry.
Right.
And I say and or because a ministry is a nonprofit, but not every nonprofit is a ministry, right? And so I was looking, being, just really asking to be led or guided to people that had a nonprofit or ministry and that had gone through some stuff in 2022, but kept pressing and continued to hold that banner high or hold that baton up high and run with it no matter what they were facing. And let's start with Delasper. Holy smokes. Now, I'm not here to tell you her whole story. She can tell you her whole story when that time is appropriate. And she's been on the show a couple of times, so you can go back and find where she's at and hear her. But this woman has been through a lot of trial and tribulation. And even though the loss of family members, sickness that has had tried to affect the family, other challenges, just like I felt like she was in a war zone in 2022 and even in 2021, and yet she never quit pushing forward with her nonprofit, which is not only bringing awareness to autism and other also types of challenges and handicaps out there, but mainly in the area of autism. Autism has a special place in my heart, which I won't go into at this time, but we seem to kind of be in circles of people where that has been a part of their life. And so I was really drawn to her because of that. And that is with her daughter, Amoree, which, you can hear all about her story with her daughter. But beyond that, in light of everything else that she was dealing with, which was a lot, I'll just say that, she continued to push forward with helping other moms that are moms of children that are autistic, helping other moms to discover their greatness, even in their situations that are difficult, hosting events and retreats, and continuing to shine her light and push forward when nobody would have had any, nobody would have said, why are you canceling? Why are you? Everybody would have said, no, we totally get it. Like, you've gone through tremendous loss and you're dealing with some serious issues. That's okay. You can hit the pause button. She didn't, because you know what? She knew that especially these moms that are hurting and lonely and scared and don't know how to handle all of what's happening in their life. The Delasper's been there. She is ahead on the road map of them. She's ahead. So she has been where they are walking. And so she's kind of the roadmap, or she's the signpost on the road that says, 20 more miles or turn right here. She knows how to help them navigate. And because of that, it's sort of like a shepherd's heart, which is something very dear to me, being being a pastor myself, or I'm not pastoring right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. But having a shepherd's heart, I see the shepherd's heart in her.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful. So absolutely, heart of purpose. She has that. My heart being pulled to her was because of her nonprofits, and that through navigating through her life, where she could have said, put on the brakes, and nobody would have said, why are you doing that? Everybody would have applauded her, including me. She continued to take care of her peeps and educate the communities that God has graced her to be in. And so, oh my gosh, Delasper, applaud you, my sister and my friend. And everybody, a link is there. You need to go check out all that she does.
Yes.
Back to you, Nicole.
Well, she's such a sweet spirit. And I remember she was talking to me one day and she just said, she had been up all night. And it wasn't because of her daughter. It was because a mom called her at 3 a.m. And this mom just wanted to take a shower. And their child had been up all day and was up all night, because with autism, you live the way the child wants to live. And all the mom wanted to do was take a shower. And so Delasber sat on a Zoom or on a video call with this kiddo and watched the kiddo color so mom could take a shower at 3 a.m. And so that's just her heart. She knows, she's been there, she's done it, she understands. And all she wants is to help other mamas that are going through it have a little bit easier time. And I love that about her. And because she's been through the ringer this last year. So yes, we love you so much, beautiful lady.
Yes.
So talk about Victory Celebration and Pastor Donato.
Oh my gosh, Pastor D, I wish you were here right now so that you could say something. But all right, for those of you that don't know, I was a senior pastor at Victory Celebration for, we'll just say, a very long time. The church itself had been around for over 20 years, and a good chunk of that, I was not just the co-pastor, I was the senior pastor. And such wonderful memories, and learned so much, and had the joy of walking through life with many, many, many people, including you, Nicole, and your husband and your entire family. So when it was time, meaning it was God's time to pass that baton, I love the statement that says, when the pupil is ready, the teacher appears. And I absolutely believe that 110%, 200%. Your husband had made himself ready years before the actual transition happened. And so I was able to fully hand that over to him within the last couple of years, like just here you go. And the timing was massive as far as it was just perfect, because there were so many things that were going on business-wise for me, different areas I was working in, from the speaking to the teaching, traveling, but then also going through my own health challenges, which, praise God, came through victoriously. The timing was absolutely heavenly perfect. And the reason that I really believe that God dropped your husband's name in my spirit or my heart was this purpose, because he picked it up and ran with it. And in a tumultuous time where, are we meeting in a building? Well, not in Minnesota. Now, there are many churches meeting in a building, and I'm not going to go into that whole story. That's Donato's story to tell at this point. But the church is meeting in person and meeting online.
Right.
But when he took it over, things were like crazy coming out of the pandemic, the shutdowns, all of that. And he just assumed the leadership. Everybody already knew him. They loved him. They trust him. They trust the anointing upon his life. But there really wasn't any hesitation. And when I say really wasn't any, I don't mean that there was hesitation. But anytime when there's transition, there's like question, right? And he just owned it and ran with it, and is every single Sunday without fail, he's bringing forth a message in due season, whether it has been in person over a weekend where people are gathering, or it is online. And on top of that, he has had the ability to extend that pastorship, so to say, overseas, helping minister in different countries, although virtual. But thank God it's virtual. That is one amazing thing, that this whole entire pandemic and all of that has created was the world's a whole lot smaller,
Yes.
and that is due to virtual.
Mhm.
So I have been able to see his picture, and it says Pastor D, and then like in language writing all around it that I can't read or understand. Like, what? And here he is speaking in different countries, and the people love him. And his heart for the people is definitely coming back to that shepherd's heart. In my opinion, if you're going to have that Heart of Purpose award, you have to have the right heart. And that has to be a heart for the people, or as I like to call it, a shepherd's heart. And I have seen that in you, Donato. I've seen that in you for years and years and years as you ran alongside of me in the ministry and taking care of the youth and being there to go help, to go to a hospital, to go pray for somebody, to give somebody a ride, to just be patient with them. My own self, when I was about to have an MRI done, and I was going, I wish I could call somebody to pray, but you can't because you don't have your cell phone at that moment. After that was done, I was done with the MRI and I got my phone back and turned it on. And at the exact moment, almost to an exact second, that I was going, oh, I really, really wish I could call somebody to pray. Here I had a message from Pastor Donato saying, I'm praying for you. And I'm like, oh God, you are so good. But, oh, Pastor Donato, that is powerful that you honed in and heard that in that moment, and how that blessed me to know that, Nicole, no matter what situation we're in, when we're trusting God,
Yeah.
he knows who to reach out to surrounding us. And sometimes it's not always the person we thought it was going to be. Right. Like I'm sitting there going, but he is already ahead of us.
Right.
God's ahead of us. And he's like, I got it covered. Right. But you have to have people that have that heart of purpose. Otherwise, it's nothing more than just that nonprofit that's like being the do good, but there's no real heart in it. Right. And your husband has taken the church, Donato, you have taken Victory Celebration, which my husband and I founded and had no idea when we founded that back late 1999, 2000, that it was even earlier than that now that I think about it, because we started it and had it just a prayer gathering for a long time. And when we actually started it, that here in 2023, it would still be going.
Yeah.
And that is huge to be able to say that what we planted, and just statistic wise, I can't give you exacts, but I can tell you this: churches don't last necessarily that long.
Right.
They fold because, everything's ever changing. So when a church lasts beyond 5 years, that's a milestone. When it lasts beyond 10 years, it's a bigger milestone. You get to 20 years and that ministry is considered solid. It takes 20 years for it to be considered solid and that it's not going anywhere. And your husband, you, Donato, I keep saying your husband, but I am talking to you, Dee. In a time of transition, when it would have been really easy to just, close it up, you kept it going. And of course, Dee, I'm in your amen corner. I'm back there cheering you on. I'm still part of the ministry, still involved in the leadership of it. But at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. And when you could have folded, you didn't. And you kept moving. And now at 23 years that we've been here, I don't see Victory Celebration going anywhere, because if we can make it through all of that,
Yeah.
we can make it through anything.
Yeah.
And so I applaud you, Pastor Donato, soon to be Dr. Pastor Donato, for pressing through and for loving the people with the love of God. You truly have the shepherd's heart, and I appreciate you and love you very much. Back to his wife.
Back to his wife. Yeah, no, I remember when you were talking, because you and I discussed you stepping up and out way before it happened.
Yeah.
And I know your heart, your biggest, not concern, but the biggest thing that you were praying about was who would pick that up. And if there would be a who, or if it would just close, that was a possibility. And I know when he heard that you were thinking about it, I know he came to you and was like, you know, kind of like a pick me scenario, you know, I'll do it. And was quite eager to do so. So I know it's probably not something he ever thought he would do. I remember when we first came to church and he mentioned, you know, do you guys have a youth group? And your husband was like, well, maybe you're the youth pastor. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And of course, within, I think, a month he was, but you know, I think he always knew he'd be doing some sort of ministry, but I don't know that he knew to this extent. So I know it's a part of his heart. So I'm glad it's something that he's doing. So yes. All right. Our next award winner, she has the Breakthrough Award, which I love the name of that one. And it's our beautiful Carmen, who we love dearly. So talk about the Breakthrough Award and about our friend Carmen.
Oh my gosh. Well, Carmen, mwah, I love, 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 love you.
Yes.
The Breakthrough Award. Wow. Well, it sounds just like what it is. If you pick up a board and you break through it, you've broken it. And so if there is a breakthrough award, it is because there was an obstacle or many and somebody that broke through them. You have to have an obstacle to break through in order for there to be a breakthrough, right? I think all of us deserve, in part, a breakthrough award because we've all chosen to press through. But there are certain people that you come across in life that nothing stops them. Just nothing stops them. And not only does nothing stop them, they, for the most part, carry on with the big old smile on their face and with the positive mental attitude. And there might be gray skies all around, but right above them, it's a blue, sunny sky. Like even with, even if nobody else is seeing the blue, sunny sky, they're like, I see the blue sky, you know.
Right.
And others might be going, what are you talking about? But in their mind's eye, they see the blue sky and they're breaking through. Another way I could say it is these people are the silver lining people. They see the silver lining when others would see nothing. Nothing silver lining anywhere. These people are the light at the end of the tunnel people. No matter what is coming their way, they see the light at the end of the tunnel. And because of that, they're able to keep going. There are so many times with Carmen where she could have given up in multiple areas of her life. And again, that's her story to tell, not mine. What I want to say is she kept on keeping on. And because of that, I'm looking at her today and what an incredible mama she is. Yeah. What an incredible coach she is. What an incredible teacher she is. What an incredible wife she is. What an incredible friend she is. The wisdom in this woman is way beyond her years. And I'm not saying that she's like 19 or something. I don't tell people's ages, but it's way beyond. And it's because of the fact that she didn't quit. She was like, I am breaking through no matter what. I'm getting there. Even at the actual breakthrough event that we had with the Million and You, John Tallarico, that was amazing. Yeah. But even there, she came up against different situations and struggles, even to get herself there, which were outside of her control. And she's contacting us like needing help just to get from the airport to the event, which of course I went with your husband and we went and picked her up, right? You know, and okay, I'm not saying that she lives in a war zone or anything like that. No. But when other people would have just gone tilt.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She presses through and is like, I'm getting what belongs to me.
Yes.
And with Carmen, it's not even just about what belongs to me. I'm getting what's mine. I'm getting what's mine so I can give you what's yours.
Right.
There's always that forward thinking,
Mm-hmm.
helping others. And she is amazing because she helps adults. She helps children.
Yes.
And as my father always said, if kids and animals like you, you got to be good, right? And I know that both kids and animals love her and she loves them. Um, she's an amazing person, but she is unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And being amazing and unstoppable, both are by choice.
Mm-hmm.
You can be amazing and still be stoppable.
Oh, yeah.
And you can be unstoppable and not be amazing, and everybody wished you were unstoppable. So she is a dynamic duo there because
Mm-hmm.
she's amazing and she is unstoppable. And if you get the chance to work with Carmen, you need to take it. And I don't care if she's charging $1 an hour or $1,000 an hour. It is absolutely worth your investment because everybody needs a breakthrough. But why not learn about breakthrough through the person who is amazing and unstoppable
Yeah.
and has experienced breakthrough? And she doesn't know that I was going to say that, so she wasn't like, "Oh, Pamela, make sure promo me, give me a little bump." No, I mean that from her. I coached her through the inner circle with John Tallarico, and it's how she thinks, and the way she thinks sets her apart,
Yes.
and is what makes her unstoppable. So you deserve this breakthrough, honey. You deserve this. I hope you wear it with such beautiful pride and just keep going out there and changing the world. And let my team, let us know how we can run alongside of you. We love you, Carmen.
Yes. And I love you said about how she works with everybody. But the favorite program that I know that she has that I absolutely love and I have a heart for is she teaches parents how to play with their kids.
Yes.
And you may think that sounds silly. Why? But nowadays with technology and how often do you see kids on their iPads, mom on their phones,
Right.
and they're all just sitting there staring at screens. And she actually gets with parents and kids and teaches them how to play.
Come on.
And first of all, is it sad that we have to learn how to play? I mean, it's like, what? But I just love that she has these workshops.
Yeah.
And I think it is so important. And I love that. And that she has such a big heart for that is so huge. And I think everybody needs to take that class, especially the newer generations having kids. They have no clue. And they got to put the phones down, first of all. And I tell my children this all the time. Put the phone down, pay attention to the kid. But I just love that she sees that disconnect. And she's made a course out of it. She's made a class out of it because she sees how important that is. And like you said, she sees something that needs done and she figures out how to do it. Or she connects with somebody that can help her do it. I mean, there's been a few times where she called me and she's like, I know I can do this, but I need to be pointed in the right direction, or I need help with this part of it. And she's not shy. She will ask for help, but she knows what she wants to get done and she's going to get it done. And I love that about her. She is the breakthrough is definitely the perfect award for her because she's definitely going to get through that wall or whatever she needs to get through to get what she wants done. So we love you, Carmen. And we've got so many things coming up with her, that we're going to be working with her on things as well. So I'm really excited to see what's coming this year for Carmen. So yeah, I'm so excited about that. So that is everybody. We finally got through everybody.
Oh,
I absolutely love that you decided to do this year. I think that, yeah, it's going to be something that grows and grows and grows. And I, I think people need this. They
yes.
need to know that what they do is important.
Mhm.
So many of us just do what we do. We love what a lot of us love what we do, and we just do it because we love it.
Yes.
And or we know that it's what we're purposed for, and we know that, a lot of times you just have to do it, whether some days you don't feel like it, but you have to do it because it's in you. And I think taking the time out and giving these awards and recognizing what people do is important. I love that you saw that niche, like you said, like you always say, that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to watch this grow in the years to come, and it'd be a huge thing every year. And I've had a blast chatting and hanging out, and who knows, this is what we would be doing, but here we are. And is there anything else you want to say about the Purpose Awards before we wrap up talking about them?
I'm really thankful that the idea was God-given and that we ran with it.
Yeah.
And it has been amazing to experience the recipients and how it blessed them.
Yeah.
If we had handed them out and people had been like, thanks. Okay, I guess we won't do that again. But the response of the people, they really, really have been touched.
Yeah.
It really spoke to their heart. It really confirmed things. It really encouraged them. And at Purpose by Design, Purpose with Pamela, that's my heart. That's our heart, is that we help people navigate purpose, that we make sure that purpose and their hearts are connected. And I just want to encourage you all out there that we see you. And you might be thinking, no, you don't know me. Oh, I'm telling you, we see you. We see you because God sees you. And there is greatness in you. And everybody deserves to be seen. And so I just declare over you, you are seen by a God in heaven, and that He will make sure that the others that need to see you, meaning see the greatness in you, help put you on the board, help get you to that next place, get you that Purpose Award. He will. Surely He will. I declare it over you. This is the year of you being seen. And so I want to encourage you with that. And then we'll just close out and say, as always, you are here on purpose, with a purpose, by design, not by default. So go out there and keep being the salt and the light everywhere you go. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Nicole, for joining me. And we'll see you next time. Bye.